We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight and hold support here and test key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 10:15 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support here. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction. So the home run today was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot sent out a bull indicator at 9:40 a.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, bull strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from white with red borders to bright green bars from Thursday to Friday, and continuing to fight and stay up here at these levels. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts, and use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bear indicator at the 534 level, canceling out that bull indicator that popped up back on Friday at the 530 area. Now, there was support that was found there at the open. Definitely something to not ignore. Even though there's a bear indicator here, it's going to take a lot more weakness and outflows and test of key support levels to go ahead and signify that this bear indicator is dominating. So I will be watching for that going into tomorrow. Now, the QQQ was under a bear indicator at the open as well at 452 and quickly got canceled with a bull indicator at 451. So this could translate some of that strength into the SPY as well if they continue to move like that going into tomorrow. Now, Tesla, bear indicator there at open from 199 all the way down to 195. And then you also have Apple here continuing the strength from Friday. That was a really strong move on Friday with the bull indicator at 211 and then hitting highs here today of 219. So multiple stocks here fighting to hold support and trying to push up higher. And in the bigger picture on the SPY, a bear indicator has not popped up, right? We're still under the domination of this bull indicator since Thursday of last week at the 521 level, and it has not been canceled in the bigger picture. We continue to see the strength here of support. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, we can zoom in and see here the chop going from a bear indicator to a bull indicator, back to a bear indicator at the 534 level. And that's a level to not ignore, acting like resistance, but multiple times it fought to stay above the 532 area. Now I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, with outflows crossing the midpoint here with lots of strength and continuing to dominate all day, hitting outflows here of negative 3.8, trying to bounce back up to negative 1.9. Definitely something to not overlook here, how it's been fighting to bring itself back up, but outflows dominated all day through the chop, right? If this continues, it could quickly start to bring things back down to retest key support levels. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see in the bigger picture how inflows are still dominating, and that's why we have not seen the chart completely collapse. That is something to not overlook, and there's a tight range here between 530 and the 535 level. These are the key levels we've been watching going into the week of last week, from Thursday to Friday and from Friday to today, right? And inflows are still above, sitting at 2.03. We want to see this stay above to go ahead and justify any further move to the upside based off the bigger picture of the 1 hour chart. When we zoom in and look at this from the 15-minute, we could see here full transitions from the rip area to the dip area in the open and back up to the highest level of the day, hitting bright green bars and coming back down, and the lowest was red bars. To complete the transition to the downside, we need to see wire Fred borders, and that has not happened. Not guaranteed to, but something to not overlook here in the volatility of the 15-minute. Now, inflows try to come back up in the after hours. Outflows have dominated for most of the day, and outflows are trying to dominate again. If this crosses over and brings that weakness into these charts to retest key support levels, it could possibly roll the weakness over even further into the 30-minute and 1 hour. And the first support level is 532. Then below that, I'll be watching 531. And if both get broken through, then I'll be watching the 528 level. Those are the key levels I'll be watching to the downside. They're going to be crucial to not ignore, as outflows are below the midpoint on the 30-minute and in the volatility are trying to cross back down. Now, if it was to cross back down and level off and quickly come back up, we want to see these inflows turn from red to green, continue to reflect that strength into these charts, and roll it over into the 30-minute, crossing the midpoint and bringing up the 1 hour away from the midpoint as it's still holding itself up. That's why we haven't seen the chart completely collapsed. And if that can happen, the first resistance I'll be watching is 534. Then above that is 535.50, near the levels where things slowed down today. And then if both get broken through, I'll be watching the 537 level. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. I would not ignore them. And we have inflows here fighting to come back up on the 30-minute, fighting to stay above here on the 15-minute. It definitely needs to come back up to justify any move to the upside. And in the bigger picture, the 1 hour has not completely collapsed the chart because it's still above the midpoint, and we want to see it stay green and pull upwards. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.